YouTube? What's going on? Tanner here with NFL Broadcaster. You guys, I've got some Jets news for you. So if you're a Jets fan, go ahead and hit subscribe. If you're a fan of another football team, go ahead and hit subscribe. If you're an NFL fan, a football fan, just hit subscribe because you're not going to want to miss any of the updates that I have for you guys. But here's the Jets news. I have the Jets green color going on, so hopefully you guys like that too. But here it is. The Jets are looking to trade C.J. Mosley before the NFL draft. Now, this could be during the draft or before the draft, but either way, this offseason, they are trying to trade him. And I've got word from NFL Rumors on Twitter that they are expecting a third to a fifth round pick for C.J. Mosley. Most people are saying that this would not be a good deal, but I personally would not mind giving up a fifth round pick for C.J. Mosley. You're not going to get the kind of production from like a rookie fifth round pick. I mean, you could, but it's rare. And when if you trade for C.J. Mosley with a fifth round pick, you know what you're going to get. Most people are like down on C.J. Mosley. They said that, he's washed. He's not the player that he was. He's injury prone. But I'm here to tell you guys that I don't think that's the case necessarily. He's only 28 years old. He's in his prime. Yes, I would say that his best years were in Baltimore, but he opted out of the 2020 season, didn't he? Or was he injured for the 2020 season? I don't know. I'm on his Pro Football Reference right now. I'm reading off of it, but looking at the stats, I'm here to tell you guys that I would trade for him. And here's why, okay? He's a linebacker, important position. It's a hard position to get. It's a hard position that you don't get production from every single player, every single linebacker on your roster. It's hard to find a solid linebacker. And before 2019, he was consistent. I mean, he started off his career with 8 pass deflections, 7 pass deflections, 8 pass deflections, 7, and then 5 in 2018, where it looks like he was injured. Here's the thing. Every game he's healthy, he starts, but he hasn't finished a 16-game season since 2017. It looks like in 2018 he appeared in 15 games, but he started off 15 games. He had 1 interception. His highlight year, his career year was in 2016. He had 4 interceptions in only 14 games and 8 pass deflections, which tied a career high for him. He also had no sacks that season, but he had 4 sacks the year before that, which is really good. But he had tackles for loss. He had 13 in 2015 and 5 tackles for loss in 2016. He had 11 tackles for loss in 2017, which is still good. I mean, it's hard to say because he's like ranged from mediocre to average to below average to good. He's a little inconsistent, but he's a hard fighting player. And like I said, you're not going to get, if they will accept a 5th round pick for C.J. Mosley, and you're a team that needs a linebacker, a 5th round pick, in my opinion, is worth it. I mean, that's later in the NFL draft. I mean, the 5th round pick, you're getting to the last rounds of the draft. You're not going to get a first round talent. Sometimes you do get sleepers in the draft, and you find a gem in a 4th, a 2nd, a 5th. I mean, you will find players who end up playing very, very well. I mean, you'll take it, Tom Brady, 7th round pick, Hall of Fame quarterback, but like, how rare does that happen? I mean, it's a rare occasion. But here's the thing, C.J. Mosley, he'll be healthy coming into the 2021 NFL season. Hopefully he could finish all games. He was good in Baltimore. You cannot deny that. He's a former first round pick. So technically you could trade a 5th round pick for a former first round pick who has given some great performances in his career. I mean, he had 3 forced fumbles in 2017, his last healthy season. He was hurt his last year in Baltimore in 2018. He only had 5 pass deflections that year, no fumbles. He only had half a sack. He's got 8.5 career sacks, maybe average for a linebacker position. He's got 10 career interceptions. I'm not going to say he has the best hands, but if you want to look at tackles for loss, that's huge. Quarterback hits is another huge one. He had 12 his rookie season, which is great. But his last full season, which was 2017 with Baltimore, he had 11 tackles for loss and 5 quarterback hits. Pretty solid. The New York Jets just never got that kind of play from him. And to be honest, the New York Jets organization has always been kind of iffy. They've struggled, and a lot of players have wanted out of that system. Like I said, if you put this guy in the right system, he could perform a lot better. And he's going into a new season very healthy, recovering, and I don't know. I just don't think he's washed. He's still in his prime. He's 28 years old, y'all. 28 years old. I think he might be 29 when he heads into this NFL season. He will be, because his birthday's on June 19th. He'll be 29, but that's still a prime age. You could get him to like a 1 or 2 year deal. Cheap. You could get him cheap. You could trade him for a 5th round pick. Cheap. Just trade a late 5th round pick. Get CJ Mosley, and you're going to get a veteran player, veteran presence in the locker room. He could even help teach young guys that you draft. I mean, I think it's a win-win. I don't feel like a 5th round pick is too much for this guy. A 3rd round pick, way too much. 4th round pick, I would probably trade a 4th round pick too. I'm not like one of those people who thinks that every single pick in the NFL draft is like huge. It is, and I think stocking up on picks is a smart GM thing to do. But you have to look at what you're getting in return. I do think that CJ Mosley can still play, and he will still play. You guys, I don't know. You tell me what you think down in the comments below. I posted about this on Instagram, and everyone's saying he's washed. Not worth it. They're glad he's off the Ravens. They're like, I'm glad he's not on my Ravens team anymore, because he's washed. He's injury prone. He's had some unfortunate seasons, but if you can get a full season out of him, he may not be the best. It is a risky thing, but he's also CJ Mosley, and you know that he has great seasons behind him, and he's a veteran in the locker room, but he's still in a prime age as well. I just think it's worth it. You guys tell me what you think, though, down in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe. A 5th round pick for CJ Mosley is not too much. See you guys later.